Hello, everybody. Greetings to all the government officials, all the faith leaders. It really is an honor for me to stand in this majestic hall, proudly representing our Buddhists, our Muslims, our Hindu, our Jews, our Christians, both Catholic and Protestant, many other world religions today as we stand united because together we take a stand and say we care and we must do more for those that are what we call the poorest among us. Today, we pray for you, the leaders, folks that will be making these huge decisions this year. We are asking God, and we lovingly encourage you to take up the sometimes unpopular but always righteous cause of the least of these. Whether you are a person of faith, or maybe it's your sense of civic moral obligation to do what is good unto your fellow man, we applaud your willingness to serve the good people of Rhode Island. There is so much work to do. Meditate on this. No one but you can propose policies, can legislate action to reduce poverty. No one but you. And we're asking you today, and as we pray for you, we ask that you govern from a place of compassion, of care, and of wisdom. I live and I minister in a place called Woonsocket, Rhode Island, what the Washington Post called Food Stamp Town, where 1/3 of our population depends on SNAP services. And as a pastor of a largely working poor and lower middle class congregation, I can tell you with absolute certainty, the decisions you make, the things that you choose not to do this year, me and my people, we're going to feel it. We're going to feel everything you do and don't do. We pray for you. Now, through the course of the year, you're going to be hearing from people. They'll call you, they'll be sending you emails, they'll reach out to you in social media, they'll show up at your office and knock on your door. I'm not here to talk for those. I'm here to speak about those people who you'll read about in statistics and maybe only see in headlines, while people sit in judgment of them and say, what's wrong with those people? Why can't they do better? I'm here to speak up for the kid that goes to my church on Sunday morning, and we give him a snack and he puts a portion of his snack in his coat pocket so they can have something to eat later that day. I'm here to speak for a girl named Emily who has to work the streets and befriend unkind and abusive men just so that she can have a place to stay with her daughter. I'm here to speak up for Matt, a military veteran who began to self-medicate himself and unfortunately got himself a criminal record, but now he no longer qualifies for housing. He's homeless because he didn't receive the help when he was reaching out for it. I'm here to speak for the rare 2-parent families that visit our meal sites. They come to us and they say we need food, and I say, don't you both work? They say yes, but the system tells us we make too much money. We make too much money, but we can't afford the bills we have. We can't afford childcare. We can't afford all of that, plus feed our family. Sadly, the American dream for some of these people is not the White House and white picket fence and the car. Sadly, their American dream has become to get on welfare and stay on it. My friend, Pastor Rebecca from the River Methodist Church in Woonsocket told me, Bishop, addiction doesn't cause poverty. It's poverty that causes addiction. Yes. In my world, the face of poverty is not the person in the street corner holding a sign and a cup. In my world, it's the hungry kid that goes to school so he can have at least one good meal. In my world, poverty is the homeless veteran who served her country and his country with distinction and honor and came back to a broken system. In my world, poverty is the working class family that has to choose between paying their bills and eating a meal. In Woonsocket, we see it firsthand. Poverty eats away at human dignity. It's difficult to be a proud American when all you know is poverty. I am the 7th born child of 8 children born to Reverend Jesus and Digna Gonzalez. Mom and Dad did the best they could, but sometimes, baby, it got hard. It got a little bit rough. But we'd go to Dad's church and sing some old hymns that lifted our spirits. One of the songs that we used to sing happens to be the late Reverend Dr. Luther King's favorite song. We sang it like this. Mi Señor, sálvame, guíame hacia ti, en angustia y dolor cúbreme, en la noche de tormenta, llévame a tu luz. Tómame, mi precioso Señor. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, and I am worn. Through the storms, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Amidst all of this talk of poverty and brokenness, I'm here to announce there is still hope. We can make a better Rhode Island. You can make a difference this legislative session. You are our local champions, and we need you to be better than ever this year. I pray your wisdom. I pray your sound judgment, your compassion, and I pray that you start today. Please know that there are going to be moments during what you're doing where the right thing doesn't always line up with what's best for your career. I'm going to ask you please to follow your convictions, not your survival instincts. Please stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Please fight for those who have given up the fight, saying there's nothing worth fighting for. Please protect every child. Please embrace the stranger, not simply by giving handouts, because dignity comes when you're fallen by a hand up. In my faith tradition, we look at Psalms 82, 3 and 4. And I'm going to just read it from the Message Bible as I close. You are the defender of the defenseless. You make sure that the underdog gets a fair break. Your job is to stand for the powerless and to prosecute all those who exploit them. Thank you so much for your time today. God bless you. God bless Rhode Island. God bless America.